Hi, my magical creatures, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is I'm going to talk about my UFO alien encounter experience. Honestly, I do believe that aliens do exist, and I truly believe that they do come here and they do observe and interact with us on a certain type of level and everything like that. So before we begin, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. It's a free way to help your girl out. Let's get started. Okay, so basically how it started for me, my first UFO experience was very crazy. So basically I was like probably like 9 years old when it happened. I was living in a trailer in Georgia in the middle of the country. So there was like no one around. There was not but like woods and trees and stuff. And I remember my mom and my stepdad, they were sleeping in their rooms, and then my sister was sleeping in our room, like, and I had slept in the living room on the couch. It was like 2 in the morning. I wake up and I open my eyes and I see so where the couch was, it was like right next to a window. And so when I open my eyes, I see these lights, like on the blinds. It kind of looked like there was like a fire or something going outside when the light was reflecting off of the blinds. And I remember looking, and I peeked out the window and I looked, and I see a sphere, like a complete circle, a perfect circle in the sky, and it was a ball, and it looked like it was on fire. It was glowing and it was on fire, and when it moved, it was like it had flames coming off of it when it would move. And how it moved very unnatural, like from what we see that moves in the sky. Like it was moving in sharp angles, and it was hovering, and then like making weird patterns in the sky, like moving like this and an infinity sign. Also too, like it had yellow mini lights in the center of it, like a belt. And then it was glowing and it was on fire. And I remember it was just moving, and all this stuff, and it was moving in sharp angles. It was moving in an intelligent movement, as I would say. So I remember going to my grandmother, or my grandmother, I remember I ran to my parents' room, and I basically told them like, hey, like there's a UFO outside. And then they were like, uh-huh. Like they didn't even get up. Like they didn't even get up or anything. So I go back to the living room, and I'm just staring at it for like a couple probably for like 30-40 minutes, like just staring at it, looking at it. And I just peeked it a little bit. And what happened too, like when it would drop and fall, before I realized it was a UFO, when I looked out the window, it was like falling. And then I was scared that it looked like a meteorite. Like I thought it was like a meteorite coming down, But then it picked itself back up, and then it started hovering and stuff like that. So I want to say like within an hour, it just kind of like started fading off into like the on top of the trees, because there's tall trees in Georgia, and so it just started like floating off, not in the woods, but like above the trees. And then like I didn't see it anymore, but it was definitely a crazy encounter. I'll never forget. Also too, like a second time that I had another UFO experience. I was working retail at this store, and this is when I was probably like 16, 17. I was driving, and all of a sudden, I take the back roads home. So it's like pitch black. I mean, there's absolutely like nothing, out there. So I'm driving, and all of a sudden I see these clouds up in the sky, and it was completely cloudy out that night. And all of a sudden I see this blue light just illuminated the entire clouds. Like something was inside of the clouds illuminating the clouds up blue. And all of a sudden it just shot through like a rocket. And it was something that you would see like in a Hollywood movie or something like that. Um, Definitely, that's crazy. I've never seen anything like that before or ever again. And then also, so that's like my second encounter. And then, so my third encounter, basically it was probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's always like in these like odd hours of the night. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. I get up from my, I wake up from my sleep, kind of got up to get some water. And I remember just looking out my window and, cause my bed was like angled right next to the window so I could see. And I see like these, it looked like a star, but it was really bright. And I remember just looking at it, and then all of a sudden, it just started like it was just stood there hovering. It just stood there, and then all of a sudden it started moving, like moving back and forth like that. And I thought I was tripping. Like I was like, what? And I'm looking at it, and then all of a sudden, it started like tilting, and then it had like these little lights. All of a sudden, these lights appeared on it, and it looked like a disc with these lights in the center of it. Um, and then all of a sudden, it just kind of stood there and it hovered, and then all of a sudden, it morphed into our airplanes. It morphed, and then all of a sudden, it just took off, and it had like a red blinking light when it morphed, and then it just took off like it was a regular plane. I swear to God, I am not making this up. Um, but definitely my whole life has just been around the paranormal. I mean, I swear, I don't know, I just can't make this stuff up. Um, so I truly do believe that life do exist outside of Earth, and I do believe we are not alone, and I believe they're all already here. I just feel like they blend in, and they can phase in and out of our dimension, and I think they can make themselves invisible and everything. But that's just my opinion. Um, so definitely, if you want to know about any aliens around you, or if you want to know anything about extraterrestrials, or whatever, definitely I am intuitive and I do read people. So if you want to book a reading with me, you can do that with the link down below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay magical.